who were dead set against it. Gnosticism is the inversion of Christianity. It demotes Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Very simply, it denies, in many cases, his divinity, or in some way it messes with that. But we're going to talk about how Islamic Gnosticism demotes Jesus, deifies or makes him a god, makes not Jesus, sorry, Muhammad a god. And let's continue. So, Arianism to Islam. Now, the earliest Gnostic faith that is well known to the church was Arianism, because Arianism threatened to tear the church apart in the early days.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Arianism is the reason that we had the Nicene Creed and the Council of Nicaea. No matter what others might tell you, the reason for the Nicene Creed and for the Council of Nicaea was specifically due to a heresy, a Gnostic heresy called Arianism. Now, Gnosticism is the greatest threat to ever face the church, then and now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk today about what Gnostics believed. We're going to talk about the overlaps with Islam and Allah. We're going to provide evidence of Gnosticism as integral and normative to Islam. Right? We're going to speak of the Nicene Creed as a refutation of numerous heresies. We're going to discuss a few Gnostic heresies. Let me just move my camera to the top right. We're going to speak of some biblical warnings and further evidence of Islamic Gnosticism.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to discuss how Gnosticism demotes Jesus, how Islam then promotes Muhammad to a deity, as most specifically as the light of the world. This is the true replacement theology. This is Islamic replacement theology, where it replaces everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then we'll speak of Islamic orthodoxy and the negative teachings about Christianity and also about Judaism, but we'll focus largely on Christianity in this episode. So, right, let's continue. Gnosticism is the first major threat to the church. Right? Gnosticism was the greatest challenge and greatest threat to the early church, but Gnostic ideas are thriving today. So in its early history, the church was opposed by several mystery religions. Now, this is an overview. I'm going to be bringing multiple topics, and we can explore each topic in detail later, but there were these mystery religions. The mystery was that they had secrets. You see, they knew the secret of the universe. They had secret knowledge that you don't have, secret knowledge that led to salvation. So these mysteries involved secret societies, and Islam is built on secret societies. The largest secret society in the world is the Muslim Brotherhood. The Muslim Brotherhood has 2 to 3 million members and about 100 million adherents. If you look at that mathematically, there are about 8 million Jews in the world, and there's about 100 million people that follow the Muslim Brotherhood. So that's a lot of people. Occult, magical rituals and practices. Now, Islam certainly is guilty of this too. I'm not going to go into huge amounts of detail, but this is also something that is part and parcel of Islam.
Mm-hmm.
Gnosticism involves levels of understanding. Islam most explicitly has levels of understanding, where you have to be initiated into different levels. You have to gain secret knowledge and then move up to various levels. There's also the denial of Jesus' divinity, his death, resurrection, and humanity. Various aspects of these are part of Gnosticism as well as Islam. And then, of course, you have radical reinterpretation of biblical doctrine. This, of course, is part and parcel of Islam.
Mm-hmm.
Comments, AT?
Yeah. So I think we went into this last time we spoke live, just talking about the occult and magical rituals, and what was the name of the god or the Satan figure that had the crescent with the star
Oh,
on it?
Baphomet.
Yeah. So those are some very interesting things that kind of go
I'll
into it.
bring that up.
Especially talking about the secret societies and things like that. It's very interesting when you start to look into the history of where secret societies, yep, exactly him, where secret societies began, and how they are actually influenced, if not started, by Muslim types of groups. Lloyd, I would like to hear you explain to me more again, kind of the different levels of Islam. I mean, because from what I understand, there is the basic lay Muslim, pretty much people you and I talk to on a daily basis. Then you have your scholars, your imams.
Yeah, I will get into that.
Yeah.
That is part of this presentation, so
Okay.
I will get
Perfect.
into that.
Perfect.
Yeah, bring it up if I don't get around to it soon enough.
Definitely.
The black Hebrew is the fake Hebrew Israelites has incorporated a majority of the interpretation of scripture from Islam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Arianism, many other Judaizing, yes, Judaizing heresies, yes. Hey, Daniel, good to see you after a long time. Right, let's see. Okay,